Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Some of us are about to get some much-needed rain, but are we going to have to take strong thunderstorms with it? Devin.
Been also a 17-year-old driver brutally beaten with a baseball bat. He says it was all over road rage. But first tonight, President Trump and the First Lady make a surprise visit to the hospital, treating a congressman who was shot at a Republican congressional baseball practice this morning. Glad you're with us tonight for Local 4 News at 11. I'm Devin Skillion.
And I'm Kimberly Gill, live in Washington, D.C., just a few miles from Alexandria, Virginia, where a gunman opened fire on several people earlier this morning. Now, as soon as we heard what happened, we hopped on the first plane that we could get and headed right here to Washington, D.C. to bring you live coverage. I've talked to several of our Michigan representatives today, and we'll get to what they had to say coming up a little bit later. But first, I want to let you know that President Trump has had something to say. He visited the hospital, Devin, as you mentioned, and just moments ago, he took to Twitter and tweeted about his visit. It reads, quote, "Just left the hospital. Representative Steve Scalise, one of the truly great people, is in very tough shape, but he's a real fighter. Pray for Steve." Now, as for the investigation, here is what we've learned so far. The FBI identified the gunman as 66-year-old James Hodgkinson of Belleville, Illinois. He was shot and killed by police. Hodgkinson has a history of run-ins with police dating back to the 1990s. Now, the FBI says he wounded 4 people in today's attack, and among them, Louisiana State Representative Steve Scalise and Michigan native and lobbyist Matt Micah. Micah was shot multiple times and remains in the intensive care unit in critical condition after a surgery. Scalise is also in critical condition tonight. Now, today we spoke with several Michigan lawmakers, as I mentioned, about what happened and what needs to happen next. Here's a little bit of my conversations from earlier today.
The Capitol Police came and secured our area because, obviously we didn't know what was happening.
The team of Democrats were not in any danger because they were practicing at a different field in Washington. But when they heard the news, they all stopped and had a moment of prayer.
We were shocked, but we all sort of stopped. Once we knew that Steve Scalise had been hit, that people actually had been hit, we all sort of gathered together.
Meanwhile, just a few miles away in Alexandria, where the Republicans were practicing, it was complete chaos as a baseball field became a battlefield.
I was at home plate, as were many of us, because we were going to batting practice. And there were some folks in the infield as well. I believe he fired at the third baseman and missed. He was so close, I don't know how he missed.
I was standing next to the batting cage. I was next in line, and when I heard a pop, but 2 seconds later there was a second pop, and it was pretty obvious, especially to those of us who've ever handled weapons. It was a rifle shot.
Obviously, that gunman would have had free rein if it had not been for those Capitol Police officers.
Representative Kildee says moving forward, we must all unite.
When we have a chance to, we should contribute to a much more civil tone to the way we engage one another, so that the differences between people of different parties or different positions should be celebrated as what we have in a democracy.
Now, again, we mentioned earlier, one of the 4 people shot was Oakland County native Matt Micah. And here's what we know so far about him. He's originally from Southfield, graduated from Southfield Lathrop Village High School, and went on to Adrian College to study law enforcement and political science. He'd go on to serve as a congressional staffer for 2 Michigan congressmen. Recently, Micah worked as a lobbyist for Tyson in D.C. Earlier, I spoke with Representative Mike Bishop, who witnessed the shooting, and he told me that Micah had a passion for not only baseball, but for really his hometown.
He loves Detroit. What I love about him, every morning I'd come to practice, he'd have a Tiger shirt on. And so he made me feel at home.
Now again, Micah remains in critical condition after surgery in the intensive care unit. We'll continue to update you on his recovery as well as we get more information. And of course, I'll be here tomorrow bringing you live coverage from Washington, D.C. from that baseball game, which lawmakers say will go on. Until then, we'll send it back to you guys in Detroit. Reporting live in Washington, Kimberly Gill, Local 4.
Yeah, quite a day for you, Kim. Get some rest. We will talk to you tomorrow. And we've got complete coverage of this big story on clickondetroit.com. You can catch up on all of today's developments. You can also read the other statements from the other Michigan lawmakers. It's all there on the homepage of clickondetroit.com. All right, the other story we're watching right now, take a look at 4 Live radar, shows a pretty good swath of storms moving across the state. But as you see, right as they get to the middle of the state, I don't know, Ben, falling apart?
They are, but this is probably good news because they're not strong enough to be a threat, but they are going to bring some much needed rainfall, and they're already dropping that in parts of Lenawee County. Right here north of Dover Township up towards Onstead, you're getting a few downpours, a couple lightning strikes in there, but nothing severe. If you're in Washtenaw or Livingston County, those showers are probably just minutes away as they're crossing the county line. The northern end of this line is severe. That's up in near Midland, where they've got a severe thunderstorm warning. That's moving east to 20. I don't think that we'll see any rough stuff for the majority of the area, but some of us are going to get wet. Not quite as warm tomorrow. We'll talk about thunderstorm chances in the 7-day forecast coming up, Devin.
All right, Ben. A 17-year-old recovering from a brutal baseball bat beating sparked apparently by road rage. This happened Sunday evening. It started in Roseville, ended in St. Clair Shores, where the driver was followed. Jermont Terry live now with how that teen is doing tonight. Jermont?
Well, that teen is recovering tonight after surviving this vicious attack. It all happened when he was driving along Gratiot here and the car in front of him slammed on the brakes. What happened next left him bloody and bruised.
I never would have thought this was going to happen.
Just looking at Andrew Carberry's face, you can tell something did happen. The 17-year-old's nose is broken, and he's recovering from a concussion after a guy followed him because of one gesture the teen made in traffic.
Cut out in front of me and slammed on his brakes. And I flipped him off.
Andrew admits he got mouthy. The two exchanged words, and the other driver kept following him and screaming.
You know, pull over.
The two cars continued down Gratiot in and out of traffic. At one point, Andrew pulled into this gas station to get away, but the guy did not let up.
He's trying to run me off the road. He's getting real close. He's coming up to my side and coming over, like side to side.
The road rage incident continued for 5 miles from Roseville all the way into Diesel Street and St. Clair Shores. And the moment Andrew stopped the car and stepped out,
and he just swung it and hit me over the head.
The guy gets in 3 good swings to the head and face.
I want to find him, and I want to make sure that justice is served.
But Andrew never got a license plate number or make of the car. His mother is thankful he survived.
I want to find him, and I want to make sure that justice is served.
And Andrew learned a thing about using the bird in traffic.
What are you going to do with that middle finger in the future?
Tuck it away.
There we go.
Now, this is no laughing matter because police are still looking for that individual involved in this. He's described as a white man, no older than 19, between 5'11" and 6 feet tall, with a thin build. Now, the interesting thing, even though Andrew did not get a make of the car, we do know it was a 4-door silver sedan, and it had chrome rims. And interesting enough, it had 1 spare tire on the front of that vehicle. And also, he was able to at least get one distinctive thing. It had a Yamaha sticker in the back window. If you know anything that can help St. Clair Shores police solve this case, call them. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont, now to some of the most serious charges we've seen coming out of the Flint water crisis. 5 people now accused of involuntary manslaughter. These are charges that actually come from the deadly Legionnaires outbreak that was linked to the tainted water. Nick Lyon, the Director of Health and Human Services, accused of failing to alert the public about the outbreak. Chief Medical Officer Eden Wells also charged, along with the former emergency manager in Flint, Darnell Early, former Flint water manager Howard Croft, former DEQ water chief Leanne Schechter-Smith, and water supervisor Stephen Bush. A police raid in Roseville tonight as Macomb County Sheriff's deputies and Roseville police target a used car lot. It had nothing to do with anything automotive, but everything to do with opioids. Mara McDonald is in Roseville with the investigation. Mara?
Devin, when law enforcement pulled up here, they blocked off this entire area and then went in. They tell us it was all about the pills. We've got to be careful what we show you. A lot of these people work undercover, law enforcement sources telling us. This was the destination if you were looking for OxyContin, Vicodin, Suboxone, and all the other opioids. Forget the cars. This was a pill palace. Opioid addiction is at crisis levels. Just ask the FBI.
It's absolutely a national issue. It's a growing epidemic, I think, around the country, and it's significantly a problem here in the state of Michigan. We rank, I think, in terms of overdose deaths, somewhere in the top 10 to 15.
According to police and those who live near here but don't want to be identified, business was brisk. And the customer is not necessarily who you think it is.
And to be honest with you, we're now seeing for the first time in scores of years the death rate in the 25 to 44 range going up.
How do these addictive drugs end up here on an auto lot? Well, doctors who overprescribe, knowingly so, and there are plenty of them, according to the feds.
And we need enforcement. We need the DEA and the FBI and the Department of Health and Human Services to be able to do their thing and go out and prosecute doctors who overprescribe intentionally. In other words, doctors who are really simply drug dealers with a lab coat on.
Law enforcement sources telling us that the raid here at this auto lot is not the only one going on in connection with the alleged pill sales out of here. We are in Roseville. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Well, it's one way to get out of a ticket. What one person wrote in a note that got them off with a warning. A collision sends a garbage truck into a barbershop. Why witnesses say the traffic light is to blame. But first, if you got a little extra space in your closet, maybe a bike or a boat you don't use very often, you could be missing out on cashing in.
You can make $250 per week renting out your closet. How amazing is that?
Come again? Help Me Hank shows you the apps that can help you rent out just about anything. Well, dig through your closets, clean out your garage. The stuff you're not using could be worth thousands of dollars, and you don't actually have to get rid of it. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester shows us how you can rent just about anything and everything.
As you'll see, you don't have to get rid of the items that you own. You simply rent them out for a short amount of time to make that money. We've been searching all the different apps and websites to show you how to cash in. It's a perfect day, and Joe Whitten and his wife are going boating.
Oh my goodness, another day on the water.
They're on a brand new 22-footer, a $28,000 boat they're paying for by renting it out to other people just a couple days a week.
Probably making around $16,000 to $18,000 this year.
It's called Boatbound, a new rental company that allows boat owners to rent out their craft when they're not using it. Boatbound takes 35%. You take the rest.
We've seen guys in Houston that have done 75 rentals in the last 2 years. And so if you're doing 30 to 40 rentals a year, that's an extra $10,000 to $15,000 in your bank account.
When it comes to fashion, well, many people have clothes they just never wear. Instead of gathering dust, they could be earning you big money.
So it's crazy. You can make $250 per week renting out your closet. How amazing is that?
Style Lend allows you to rent out dresses, shoes, and bags for 10% of their retail cost. The more you send, the more money you make. Style Lend takes 50%, you get 50%.
We warehouse them, dry clean them, take pictures of them, and then when something rents, they get 50% of each rental.
Ever think about renting out your bike? Why not? You can't ride it all the time, so why not rent it out for an hour, for a day, maybe a week? At Spin Lister, you can set the rental price. The company markets your bike, takes a 17.5% cut of the earnings, and offers protection if the bike is stolen or damaged. Okay, what about cars? After all, we're in the Motor City. Turo is a peer-to-peer car rental company. Your car is insured by a $1 million liability policy. You take home 75% of what your car rents out for.
I got this, the 2014 Ford Mustang GT convertible. It's not only paying itself off, but it's actually generating a bit of money every month.
And for Joe and Connie, they will have completely paid off their boat in just 2 years simply by renting it out when it's not being used by them.
And there are many other apps out there available to help you rent out almost anything. Your home is a wedding venue, even camera equipment. We'll put all the information you need to know on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. I'm Hank Winchester. Help Me Hank.
Did you get that? The guy with the Mustang is not only covering the car note, but making more on top of that. That got my attention. Here's a look at what Steve Garagiola is working on for tomorrow night at 11.
First thing my mom wanted to know when I got hurt was how soon was I going to come home and how soon could she see me.
David Rojas, critically wounded in Iraq, spent several months in the hospital.
When you're there and you're by yourself, it's lonely.
David got the very best medicine, the loving care of his family with him through the whole ordeal, thanks to Fisher House.
There are 72 Fisher Houses around the world, and there are none in Michigan.
Find out who's working to change that and how you can step up to help provide this crucial need for our wounded warriors tomorrow night at 11.
Ben's turn. You got all those high-tech weather toys in there, half of which just kind of sit around. You could be renting those out.
I could be. A lot of it's collecting dust.
That's right.
I could get you to look like the Gorton's fisherman and only take a 50% cut.
Not bad.
But yeah, these storms that we're watching, giving some folks rain, but it is disappearing fast. Watch this just over the last hour. We still got a couple lightning strikes out there, but man, those areas of rain are really falling apart. So I don't know if this is even going to last much past Ann Arbor or Milford. So our far west zone, you're going to get a few downpours here within the next hour or so, and the rest of us going to have to wait maybe as soon as tomorrow afternoon. 72 is where we're at right now. We do have a very light wind out there. Metro Airport, not surprisingly, reporting dry conditions. And at the foot of the Rent Center earlier today, Laura sent us this shot on storm pins. As a reminder, it's Flag Day. Beautiful picture down there. And we will be seeing at least some in the way of drier conditions starting tomorrow. But that warm front that passed south of us today is coming back to the north. That's going to allow temperatures to move up just a little bit. We're talking about 3 degrees in the afternoon. But watch those thunderstorms. They start to pop here in the second half of the day. Let's hope these are a little bit more numerous than what we got in here tonight. Those will fade around sunset. And then as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've kept chances of thunderstorms all of those days, and really technically into Monday of next week. They're not great any day. Saturday maybe a little bit better, but most of that stretch is going to be dry, and there will be some of us that don't get anything out of the next few days as far as rainfall goes. So those storms disappearing quick tonight. Will go down into the 60s area wide. Highs tomorrow will be in the 80s and just a little bit warmer than what we saw today, about 87 here in the city and most of our metro zone. We'll stay away from 90 in our south zone, but get close to that there, 88 in Lambertville, Morenci. Generally 87 across most of our south zone. Slightly cooler by a couple degrees here, 85 to 87 in our west zone. And not a whole lot cooler once you get north of M59. Even the lake's not really cooling things off too much for Lexington to St. Clair. Most of us here in the mid 80s for high temperatures. And then we hit 90 again Friday and Saturday. Start to come down a bit there for Father's Day Sunday, and a noticeable cool down next week as we're into the 70s. And don't forget, tomorrow, our last weather radio day of the season, will be at the Meyer in Troy or Royal Oak. It's right there at Coolidge and Maple, whatever you call it. So we'll be there all afternoon.
It's busy at that intersection all the time anyway.
Very much
and
so.
here you come.
Traffic all over the place.
Yeah, all right, Ben. Well, it is the most popular workout in the country. It is not helping you lose weight. Why experts say running is a waste of time when it comes to your waistline. And demolition delay while the long-awaited end of the Silver Dome is on hold yet again. We'll be right back.